is Big Bear Lake. There's a nice little walkway path runs. It's a boardwalk. It starts out as a nice little boardwalk and then turns into a nice wide asphalt path. And further on, even to the east, I think it becomes a little trailhead that you can venture out if you want to. So the water level on the east side of the lake is down a bit. Yeah. But it's still there. It's kind of late October, but it's surprisingly warm. It actually got hot in the sun. The sun's pretty strong up here. It's about 6,000–7,000 feet up here, depending on where you're at. So just a nice area. No swimming is allowed in the lake. I think it's a bit of a reservoir. You might be able to fish though. I think you can fish. Yeah, we'll go check out another part of it here in a little bit. Yeah. There's I think a stork out there. Came over from the coastline, I guess. It's the other way. And then there's the airplane coming in to land. BigBear Airport is right up there. Oh, let's check it out. Cool. Very cool. Nice and smooth. Looks like we got a real pro on board. Nice and quiet too. Oh, I get it. Nice job. And here's some peace. Right over here. They got their own little island right here. It's kind of sitting out in the middle of this east side of BigBear Lake. And there's a little reminder sign right there. No boating, no swimming, because I think it's just for the birds over here. Kind of a sanctuary for the birdies. Nice little piece of artwork here. This log. And we do have some fall foliage, mostly yellows up in this neck of the wood, but there's some reds here too. I think there's more this year than we've seen in times past. And there's the beginning of the boardwalk. It's a very nice, wide, comfortable boardwalk. You can see some more of it. In spring, the water comes up underneath it, as you can tell. But right now, it's over the summer, it's kind of receded a bit. Still a bit of water. Pretty good amount of water left though. Pretty nice. Walk in the boardwalk. Capture a little bit of the fall colors in here. You do have one of the roads here, the Big Bear, so you do catch some noise over on this side, but not too bad. Vantage point there, these little places you can cut off the trail. And let's take a peek at whatever you want to look at. Just taking a look across the lake. That's the north side of the lake. Got some lucky folks who have homes over there. Isn't that nice? The town of a little bit further to the west. Just see little bits of it, but that's Forest, I believe. Yeah, quite little towns. There's Mr. Stork again. Coming into the island. There's the majestic blue heron out on the point. Just been standing there for a long time. That's what they do. Just looking out. Further down the trail from the end, I guess we'll probably be getting a little closer in. Mr. Heron doing what he does. And glimpse back towards the east, northeast. Alright, the fleet is setting sail here. All the goose cruisers panned out in the flotilla formation. Yes.
What are they? Do you think?
Geese, I think. Although I think there's one stork in there.
Can you zoom in on him? Take a picture and zoom in?
Yeah, let me try that. Hang on. Zooming in again, we got some
As you get closer,
bird experts with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually pelicans. They call it a stork.
So cute. Oh, look at the
Not quite right. And apparently these pelicans only live around here. And they hang out on that island that we can
They
look
do
at.
their scrolling.
Yeah. Claiming their turf. That's nice. There they go again. Yeah. So, if we got it right, I think the fella that walked by does. Seems nobody's talking about it now. So, maybe a limited species of pelicans, and then they just live right around here. And that's their island over there. And they're just swimming around their turf. Yeah, here's some more of that lovely yellow foliage. Somebody's got a nice house, a lot of deciduous trees around over there. I think they did that on purpose. They knew what colors they wanted to see in the fall, and they just planted what they liked. The boardwalk ends here, and that goes back to an asphalt pavement. This is, I don't know, a couple hundred yards. I think it's really the start of the walking area. And some folks take bicycles on here. There's actually enough room to do that pretty comfortable, even when people are walking here. Nice little parking lot, easy to find parking, good size. Don't really have any problems finding parking, so that's nice. Alright, these guys are doing follow the leader. And the pine trees in this area are rather big, pretty stout. Let's see, my hand up there. Boom. It's big boys. Yeah. Nice bunch of pines. the dam that separates the east lake from the west lake. The west lake is the bigger of the two. There goes the flotilla again. We're going to take this little trail down here, a little closer to the water. A little closer to our friends over here. As close as I can get without getting wet. Last stretch home. Another nice little bit of elevated boardwalk. Again, plenty wide. Folks coming and going. The last stretch until you hit the parking area.